What's happening, YouTube? It's Matt Faircloth. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel. My company's called the DeRosa Group. We're a real estate company dedicated to transforming lives through real estate. I never get tired of saying that, and I hope you guys don't get tired of hearing that. This is our Mentorship Monday program. Mentorship Monday goes like this. We answer questions that people send us, and the way you get those questions to us is by sending them to help me at DeRosaGroup.com. Help me at DeRosaGroup.com. And we will look through those questions and find the great ones and answer them right here on the YouTube channel for you and everyone else to learn from. All kinds of cool stuff you guys want to talk about. And if you don't want to send us questions, that's okay. Other folks are doing so regularly, and we'll keep these answers pumping out so you guys can build your real estate business and become awesome real estate entrepreneurs that you want to be. Today's question comes from A. Mallon. This is interesting because we've talked a bit about starting a property management company. It is certainly an angle that you may want to do. If you're looking to build up, that's what we did when we first got started, was to manage properties for ourselves and for others, and to have a PM company. That was DeRosa Group's original venture, was to be a property management company. It's since evolved and changed and become different things because we've been in business for like 16 years. That's what companies do. Companies, just like people, grow up and change and evolve over time, right? But that's what DeRosa Group's original purpose was a PM company managing our stuff and other people's stuff. And I believe that property management is a great way to learn the real estate game, and it's a great way to make some money while you're also building a business as well. It's a thankless job because the only time you hear from tenants or owners, or when either one is unhappy, when they're happy, they don't call you. But when they're unhappy, they are all over you, right? So it's thankless business, but it's a great way to build a brand, to make people know about you, and to convey whatever your mission and your vision and core values are into the world. And it's a great way to take care of people, and it's a great way to learn the business of real estate. Looks like Malin is starting a property management company and doing it the right way, because I've also advised as well in other videos that if you're going to be a property management company, you have to have a real estate broker's license behind you, because you are conducting real estate on behalf of someone else. If all the properties you own are properties you own, you can manage those properties without a real estate license. If the properties that you're managing are owned by others, it's like I can put my house up for sale, but if I start conducting real estate on behalf of other people, I have to have a real estate license to do that. I have to be a real estate agent working for a real estate broker to conduct real estate activities on behalf of others, and that includes leasing and collecting rents. So if you're a property management company, you got to be doing it, and you're doing it on behalf of other people. You got to be doing it through a real estate broker's license. That's what A. Mallon here is doing. So it looks like you're just getting going here, looking to show your first residential property, and wondering what to look for and what to speak about when you start showing properties to prospective tenants. Great question. Let's talk about that. When you're showing properties to people, you want to look at two different things: features and benefits, sales. Sales, sell, right? Facts, features and benefits, and facts. Let me break those down. When you're showing a property and you want to show features and benefits, right? You got to sell, right? I guess ever see The Wolf of Wall Street, where he's like, "Sell me this pen. Tell me why this is the best pen ever," right? Well, it does a click. It's right, cool red color, whatever. You want to sell that apartment. Sell me this apartment. Like it's the best apartment ever, right? Well, look at how big, look at the natural light, look at how cool this kitchen is. It sure looks great in here. And, obviously a little tip that's outside of the features and benefits conversation. If you guys are showing a property, whether you guys are real estate agents, property managers, or whatever, or just your own owner showing your own property, walk it before you ever bring a prospect through there yourself. You personally go and walk it and check it out. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it smells good, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You make sure that it's in good condition for showing when you walk it, because you're not going to get to say, you know what, let me get somebody to clean this for you. No, they've already turned off on this. So walk the property first, and then when you're walking it, find your features and benefits. This kitchen looks really cool. I love the stainless steel here. So mention it. There's a lot of natural light that comes in the afternoon through those windows. That's interesting. This is a big open floor plan. List things you like. Man, I love these floors. I love this kitchen. That's a cool retro seafoam tile, green seafoam tile on the walls from 1972. Little throwback, huh? Whatever you sell what you got, right? Use the features and benefits to create excitement about the property. That's number one. You want to create a contract here. You want to move the property and get a great tenant in the property. So do that. The second thing is facts, right? And this is where you have to put your landlord hat on, salesperson hat. Now here comes the landlord hat, right? Facts that any tenant's going to want to know. Do you accept pets? Is this smoking, non-smoking property? If it's non-smoking, tell me, right? Especially if the tenant walks in smelling like cigarettes. Tell them, hey, you can't smoke in here, just so you know. And there's a fine for doing so. Tell them about pets. Most people are going to ask about pets, but make sure you mention it. There's a pet fee. Your pets are not allowed. Pets are allowed. Blah, blah, blah. Tell them that the other facts. Tell them what the credit requirements are. Just so you know, landlord wants to see over a 600 credit score, wants to see no evictions in the last couple of years, wants to see right? You should have credit criteria in writing. I believe you have to have it in writing. So have that as well. You don't have to hand it to them, but you should have that so you can recite it and let them know what your credit criteria are. Other things that are required in your local state to disclose to people, whatever your local laws are, lead-based paint stuff, disclosures, all those kinds of things when you're showing. Typically that doesn't come up to your lease, but whatever the other facts your state requires you to disclose, do that. So you should research those things and be versed on them. Of course, as a licensed agent, you probably got it in your real estate training. So those are the other facts. Anything they might want to know. Hey, by the way, there's a sewage treatment plant 2 doors down the street, and you do smell that sometimes. Or, the guy upstairs works nights, I heard. Prior tenant told me, and so they walk around a lot. So hopefully, you might want to know that, right? Not that you're selling them away from the property, but the last thing you want to do is to dupe somebody and tell them something, and something they're going to figure out immediately when they move in, and they're going to be mad at you, and they might move out right away. Facts, features, and benefits. Those are the things you want to tell them going into the property. And the last tip that I'll give you guys on showing real estate, on showing rentals, and also this goes for showing homes, although realtors that show homes already do this, but we took this idea over to showing rentals. And that is the concept of an open house. I found when I personally used to show a lot of rental properties myself, you had a 50-50 shot of that prospective tenant showing up, right? You could call them to confirm. They're either going to show up late or not at all. And so what I would do is the tenant would call in and say, hey, I'm interested in the property you have at 325 Main Street. Great. Listen, it's a great property. Tell them a few things on the phone about it, or just direct them to a website for the property that tells a few things about it. And oh, by the way, we're showing the property on Tuesday from 2 to 4, and also on Saturday from 8 till 10. We're showing the property those 2 times. And you should come out for the open house. If you want to register ahead of time, let me know. Or if you want to go and do a private tour, I'm happy to do a private tour, but it's a $100 deposit. You can pay for that on my website. If you don't show up, the $100 forfeited. If you do show up and you decide to apply, we can apply it towards your application. And if you do show up and don't like it, we'll give you $100 back, right? Or you guys could try this, that you could do private tours is with a small deposit, like $50, $100, right? And you can just invite them to the open house as well. The open house does 2 things. It eliminates the possibility of the no-show, which is a death to your time, because there's only one thing that's limited in the world, which is time. And if somebody steals that from you by no showing your appointment, you're not going to get that half an hour back, right? But you can do an open house and have lots of people come through, so that saves your time, but it also creates competition, because there's nothing like somebody that wants to lease if somebody's thinking about leasing the property, to have another party come in right behind them. It's like, oh geez, they like it too. I don't know. Should I, maybe I should apply right now. I really like this place. I might want to do this. Create that fear of missing out. That's why realtors do open houses in some ways, is because it's convenient for them, number one, but also there's a lot of people coming through, and they're able to show to a lot of people and have a better chance of putting the property under contract in a quick period of time. So consider the open house model as well for showings, and consider the refundable deposit if they show up but don't like it, type of thing too. So there are some tips, my friend Malin. I hope those are a benefit. Property management is a phenomenal yet thankless business, and there are very, very successful people that I know in the property management business that have learned how to systematize property management. The key to property management is good people with great systems. That's how you run a great property management company. That's what I got, guys. Help me at DeRosaGroup.com. Help me at DeRosaGroup.com is the place you guys want to go to send us questions, and come right here to YouTube to learn more, and go to our website, DeRosaGroup.com, to learn more about us as a company. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great and profitable week.